Welcome. If you want to use Google Drawings for your creation, this is how you'll do it. First, you'll need to be at your Google Drive to open a Google Drawing. You're going to click New, More, and you'll see Google Drawings is here on the top. So when you have it open, it might look something like this. You have a blank space. You're going to want to change it to your name and whatever song number you're doing. Then you're going to want to deal with this background. Right now, the background is checkered, but it doesn't stay that way. That checkered background means that it's see-through. So I'm going to right-click, click background, and I can choose any color that I would like for my design. So I'm actually going to pick a gray for right now, just to be neutral. You can pick any color you want. The first thing we're going to think about is line. So what lines match your song? Now, song number 1 is likely going to be very upbeat, kind of groovy. So I'm going to use the scribble tool here. But you also have the option of using a regular straight line. When you drag and drop the straight line, you can adjust a lot of things there, or any other kind of line that you see in this menu here. Whatever line you choose, the adjustments for that line are pretty much going to be the same. So, for example, a scribble line is really cool because you can create, either with your finger or your cursor, like a really just crazy out there line. And when you're done, it'll actually give you a chance to make some adjustments. So I can click my select tool, and I now have my line. I can change its color to anything I want. Maybe I want it super vibrant. I can change its line weight. I can change it to something really thick. Okay, so whatever line you choose. So maybe I'm going to choose to do a scribble like this, where it kind of connects. I could choose to make it thick because I want it to be more shape-like. And then I could use the select tool. You have to click the select tool to move it, or I'll keep drawing. I can move it to wherever I want. I could grab the top and turn it a little bit. I could even, if I want to, right-click and copy it and then paste it to create another one of those lines and just change its color. So there's a lot of really cool ways that you can create some layered lines. You can make it look 3D by overlapping it a little bit. And that's one way you can create your artistic response. Another really cool line to use, other than the straight line, which is pretty self-explanatory, is the polyline. So what the polyline does is it lets you build these very interesting shapes. So you can see I've kind of just put this lines all over. I can change the outline color. I might not want any, so I'm going to click transparent. And then I can change the inside color. So maybe I want some like lime in here. And then when you start drawing again, because I haven't selected the draw tool, you can see it creates another of the same color. I might create a few around and then move them. That's how you use the polyline. It's kind of like a shape builder. And remember, you want to click this cursor if you want to change anything's size. You can do that. If you want to move it or rotate it, that's what the cursor tool is for. It's kind of like putting down your pencil and using your hands to move some pieces around. You could even increase something's size by dragging the corners. And there we go. Another thing you can do is you can copy and paste any of these and change their color and get some overlap going. You might want some overlap to give a sense that they have a little bit of 3 dimensions, or you can overlap and make it smaller so it fits inside. Hold the shift key while you're shrinking it down on the corner, and it'll actually keep its proportions pretty much the same. You can stretch different parts the other way. You can make it skinnier. Just do what you do until you're happy. Another way you can get shapes is actually using the shape tool. There's going to be 4 menus. The shapes proper on the top is going to be a lot of regular shapes like hearts and pentagons and squares and circles. All of these are great to use. Arrows are also great to use, especially ones like this one, where they've got a little bit of like a wedge shape. Callouts are really fun. I would avoid using the banners or the scrolls, but like a lot of these shapes on the top can be really fun, especially if you're looking for like maybe some abstract star-like shapes, you know, and you can change their color to whatever you need it to be. I'm going to do another purple shape. Perfect. Other shapes you could use are in the equation. I try to avoid using too many of these because your brain always thinks that they're going to be with math, and we're not really thinking about math right now. We're thinking about music. So if you use too many of them, you might find that your piece doesn't come through the way you think. So you can adjust the colors and move things around any way you want. One more thing that you might want to consider, say I want the shape right here behind my line. You can right click the shape or anything on your page. You can bring it back one. You can send it forward one, or you can send it all the way backward or send it all the way forward. So I'm going to send it all the way backward so that it is behind that line. So you can see how you can even adjust the layering for your piece. The final piece that we have today is saving, which is File, Download JPEG when you're ready, and it'll come up with a little window on the bottom where you can copy to clipboard and add it to your Google slide. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Great job.